Hi guys, this is the problem set for lesson 18, and you can see the lesson summary at the top. So we got three problems. Find the length of the line segment with endpoint 7,2 and then negative 4,2. So I've got all this room down here. I think I'll do a little drawing here. And it said 7, 2, so there's 7, 2, and then negative 4, 2. So I just kind of get an idea of where those points might be, and this is my 0, and this is my x, this is my y. So find the length. So I know that my 2, 7, here I'm going to cross out the coordinate that's the same, the 2, right? So it's on that 2 line. If I had a graph paper, it'd be all along that horizontal to the x-axis. And then I'm going to go I'll write over here, absolute value of 7 equals 7, and the absolute value of negative 4 is 4. So then, guess what? I'm going to add those two because they're crossing over the y-axis. So 7 plus 4 is 11, and I'm going to write 11 units in there, is the length of that line segment, or the distance between those two coordinates. Those endpoints. Okay, so now we're going to go, Sarah and Jamal were learning partners in math and were working independently. They each started at the point, so I say negative 2, 5. They each started here and moved 3 units vertically in the plane. So that means either they moved up or they moved down. Each student arrived at a different endpoint. How is this possible? Explain and list the 2 different endpoints. Oh my gosh. Well, she could have counted up and Jamal could have counted down, or the reverse of that, right? So if this was, let me write in negative 2, 5. Negative, here's my negative 2, and I went up 5. And so then it said they moved 3 units vertically. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So they'd end up at negative 2, 8. Or if I drop down 3, it's negative 2 and not 5, 4, 3, 2. So then I would be at negative 2, 2. So that's what I want to write in. I'll write that right here. I'm either going to end up at negative 2, 8, that's one option, or I could have negative 2, 2. Those are the 2 possibilities if they went up or down. Okay, the length of a line segment is 13 units. One endpoint is negative 3, 7. So negative 3, 7 is right here. Here's my 0, here's my x, here's my y. Okay. Find 4 points that could be the other endpoints of the line segment. So that's there, and the line segment is 13 units. So I've got to figure out, it could be, so if it's going to be, if I just drop that, did the dotted line, then that means it's going to be a negative 3, but what is 7? This distance is 7, right? And so 7 plus what is 13? I want to say it's 6. So this would be a negative 6. So the other, there's 1. Negative 3, negative 6 could be 1. Absolute value of 6 plus absolute value of 7 is 13. Okay, and then I'm going to go, I could go across here, and it would be, so negative 3 up 7. This is going to be something 7. So what could, if I have this, I'm just looking at this, I'm going to shut the door because I hear Charlie's going crazy. Oh my gosh, he gets excited. Okay, so that distance, negative 3, absolute value, that's a distance of 3. So then I know that this distance has to be 10. Oh my gosh. So I have to go over 10 and I have to go up 7. That's another possible point. Then let's see another point. How about, so if I'm here, I went this way, I went this way, so I could also go, I could go this way, couldn't I? If I take my eraser and I erase this section, I bet I could extend out, right? So if I go this way and found a point, and so it's going to be -3 up 7. So this is something 7, right? But I had to go not -3, but what's the absolute value of -3 is 3. And then 3 plus something, I think it has to be 10. I think I'm going to be, I think I have to add like negative, if I go -16, 7. So then I go -16. Absolute value of -16 is 16. It's all on the same side, so I have to subtract. Absolute value of -3 is 3 is going to give me 13. That will work. So let me write that one in, -16 and 7. Okay. We still have to find one more. So I've got 10, 7, -16, 7, -3, 6, -3. And what if I go this side of the 7? 13. So that means I'm still going to subtract again, right? So I'm going to write up here, or down here, I'm going to go absolute value of something minus absolute value of -3, which is 3, minus, what could I do that I think if I go absolute, well, let's see, -3 if I go up. Actually, I think if I'm going along this line, so let me take that back. I have to remember which direction I'm heading. That's not a very good eraser. And that's not either. Okay, trying to get that clean. Okay, so let's go back to this. 1, 2, this is my original point, -3, 7. And I think I have to go -3, but I'm going to go this way. So it's going to be -3 something. And my absolute value of something minus my absolute value of 7, it has to be 13. So what is 13 plus 7? 7, 8, 9, 10. I think it's 20. Wow. So what if I had -3 and I go up 20? Would that work? Absolute value of 20 minus 17 is 13. Okay, that was a little more challenging because look at all my scribble all over the place. Okay, those are my 4 points right there. Okay, fantastic job.